Can you tell me where Martin's is? Yep. Get the chilaquiles. Christmas style. That's exactly what he told me. So why am I telling you? Because today we're talking about one of the great outcomes of a great experience. That's today on the Loyalty Loop from right here in Flagstaff, Arizona. How do your current clients, customers, the visitors, guests, whatever you call them, how do they refer you? What do they actually say when they're telling someone to work with you? Do you know? You see, when I told my friend Baer that I was coming to Flagstaff, Arizona, here's exactly what he said to me. Get the chilaquiles, Christmas style. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it. Now, Jay has just written a new book with Daniel Lemin, and along with the book, he sent me this. It's a stuffed alpaca. It's an alpaca. Now, this is a little weird until you start reading the book. You see, the book is a deep dive into how and why word-of-mouth marketing actually works. It's a recipe for success. And I realize now that the recipe for success in that book leads to moments exactly like this one. Can I get the chilaquiles? Let's go get some chilaquiles. I don't even need to look at the menu. I know what I want. By the way, the book is actually called Talk Triggers, and there's those alpacas. You see, a talk trigger is a built-in differentiator that creates conversation. And that is exactly why I am here at Martin's Mexican restaurant in Flagstaff, Arizona. Because Baer told me I had to eat here, and he was very specific about one thing, the chilaquiles. On Yelp, Martin's has 1,300 reviews, and you know what comes up over and over and over again in those reviews? The chilaquiles. They say exactly what Baer says. Now, this book is an amazing recipe to create talk triggers, but one of the most amazing parts of this book is actually near the end for me, where they're prescribing how you actually create a talk trigger for yourself. And the second thing they invite you to do is to get close to your customers. They couldn't be more right about that one specific point in my mind, especially when it comes to the loyalty loop, because maybe you're closer to your customers than you actually think. What are your customers already saying about you, especially when they refer you? What exactly do they say? Look, the whole point of creating a great loyalty loop experience is to use the customers you've got to get the customers you want. And you can do that by creating a great experience, but if you don't know what they think is great about your experience and how they're referring you, you need to get closer to your customers. Maybe you just need to understand what they're already saying about you and actually amplify that one thing. And also, you should read Talk Triggers. If you're into the loyalty loop, Talk Triggers is exactly the kind of book that I think will transform your business. And Talk Triggers does a great job of creating their own talk triggers too. In fact, in the back of the book, there's a place where you can actually pull out these little cards and give them to your friends. They say things like, I want you to read this book, or this book will be your secret weapon. I love this book and you will too. These are talk triggers. These are the kinds of things that people say when they read a book like Talk Triggers. So look, maybe you don't have online reviews that you can go through like Martin's does and find the talk triggers that your customers and clients might already be using. That's okay. Call up one of your most loyal customers, somebody you know has referred you other business, and ask them to tell you what you told those other people. Have a conversation with your customers and clients to understand what they say when they refer you. And if it isn't consistent, well, this is a perfect opportunity for you to create your own talk trigger. Because at the end of the day, a great loyalty loop experience will include a clear talk trigger. Oh, here they come. Wow. Chilaquiles. Thank you so much. They're here. It's got like this crunch from some tortilla chips. And it's like eggs and green chilies and red chilies. It's pretty spicy, actually. It's got like a punch to it. And it's really good. So thank you, Baer, for the recommendation to get the chilaquiles Christmas style. And thank you to you and Dan for writing a really great book, a book that every Loyalty Loop subscriber should read. And if you're ever in Flagstaff, Arizona, make sure you get the chilaquiles. They're awesome. Now, this is another episode of the Loyalty Loop from right here in Flagstaff, Arizona. I'll see you next week from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I hope you've subscribed so you don't miss next week's episode. And I'll see you in my Loyalty Loop. Sweat it out.